Godspeed and party on.
Spencer Lazara, MMAinterviews.tv here with the legend Herschel Walker. What brings you out? Give us some predictions for tomorrow's fights.
Tomorrow's fight is going to be exciting. The main card with Fedor and Bigfoot Sylvia is going to be an exciting fight. I think Bigfoot has really performed well over the last couple of months, and he's a gamer. But you got to give it to Fedor. Fedor is absolutely incredible. All you have to do is just say Fedor. You don't have to say the last name, and that's what he is. And I'm going to get the edge of Fedor because I think after his last outing against Verdum, he wants to show that he is still the baddest man on the planet.
And the size, do you think the size will be a factor for Fedor, though? Obviously, he's fought plenty of guys. You've been in Japan watching plenty of his fights, I know. Do you think the size will be a factor?
Well, it never have mattered to him. That's what's so amazing, and I think that's what makes him such a great fighter. He goes into a fight not worrying about the size, and it almost takes you back to the old days with Horace Gracie when he used to fight the guys that was outweighing him almost 100 pounds, and he'd go in there and he'd beat him. And I think that's what Fedor is. He's a guy that's from the old school that he just goes out to fight. Doesn't matter what size you are, but he's going to bring it when he steps into that cage.
What about Kharitonov and Arlovski? How do you see that fight playing out?
That's going to be an interesting fight. It's an interesting fight because Arlovski, he's fighting a guy that people know him as a K1 fighter, but the guy does do MMA. Mm-hmm. So it's not like the guy don't know what he's doing. And I think the work is going to be cut out for Arlovski. It's going to be cut out for him, and I think he better be ready.
Tell us about the Super Bowl. Were you surprised at all by the outcome of that?
I was surprised. I was one of the guys that picked Pittsburgh. So I've been wrong a lot this year in football, and I picked Pittsburgh, but I tell you, Green Bay came out and performed well. They got a lot of turnovers. Pittsburgh made a lot of mistakes, and that's what you can't do, is make mistakes. You can't do it in this cage here, make mistakes, because you're going to get hurt. And I tell you, it was an exciting game, and I want to praise and say my hat is off to Green Bay.
Aaron Rodgers, always doing his belt thing. You're a man from both sports, so what do you think about that?
Oh, I think that's cool. I think that's cool, and I'm happy to see it, and I think he should do something like that.
Give us, who do you think, after his performance, he's moving up in the game, definitely.
Right here.
Alistair Overeem joins us.
This is my champion right here.
Alistair?
I'm good. I'm a little bit hungry, though. The schedule was a little bit long, but I'm feeling good.
The sushi probably not as good as it is in Japan, but is that safe to say maybe that's what you'll find tonight?
Well, I think America is more of a beef hamburger thing.
Some horse meat?
That's illegal, right?
I don't think they have horse meat in the States, so we won't mess with the horse meat now.
If they would, I would have eaten it.
So tell us what you think is going to happen tomorrow, Alistair.
Well, it's going to be one good night of good fights. That's one thing. Fedor Silva, that's what you're referring to. I think it's going to be hard to predict. I think they both look very motivated. I would go 60-40 for Fedor.
And what about Arlovski and Kharitonov?
Kharitonov is going to beat the ... out of him. No, Kharitonov is my teammate. I know he's in good shape. I know his way of fighting. He's going to be aggressive. He's going to be pushing it. He's going to be throwing bombs. I think he's going to win that fight.
What do you think about having a legend of a sport of American football? I know you were at the Super Bowl, I saw. So how cool is it to have a guy like Herschel here and be hanging out with a top-level athlete like that?
It's amazing. His achievement is amazing.
I was cool with him because I tell everyone I've been preaching, and I told him at the fight, this is a true champion, and I say he's a true champion because for years you've never seen a guy that have a belt calling other people out. This guy has had a belt. He's been calling people out to fight. They've been turning him down to fight. And I said, that is the sign of a true champion. Most of the time, the champions are happy. They're happy sitting at home, praising them being great. This guy is out fighting, and that's the sign of a true champion.
Looking for the next challenge, the next thing.
You've always grown, it seems like, throughout your career, and you've gotten to this level where you're there, you're confident. Have you noticed a shift in your mentality over the years?
Yeah, a little bit due to in the last couple of years, slowly but steadily.
And
I can give like a sort of a metaphor thing, like I was a boy before and now I'm a man, and also in the mind and the behavior, more respect and more sportsmanship, and I think that's with everybody. You mature and then you get different angles on life.
Your brother tomorrow night is fighting, of course. Do you think he's going to want to stand up with Ray and prove that he has that great stand-up, or is he going to try to get to the ground?
Well, my brother's a very big talent. I know he's a better kickboxer than Ray, but don't understand Ray. He can take a lot, so he's going to stand up. I don't think so, but who knows?
And or is it safe to say we're going to see you in Japan in April?
Well, they're still working on a date and a location, so it's. I've not have anything confirmed yet. Probably it's going to be April, May, not later than June, because otherwise the tournament will not work out. So I'm predicting May.
Okay. And will you be in Japan if it goes there, Herschel?
If he's in Japan, I'm in Japan. Like I said, I become a big fan of him, and I'm cheering him on wherever he's at. I'm going to cheer him on.
I have a couple more questions. Who do you think is the best running back in the NFL right now and best quarterback?
That's a tough question. Adrian Peterson is no doubt, I think, one of the best quarterback. You know, it's a toss-up. You know, you can't forget about the Mannings, but then at the same time, Aaron Rodgers has proven that he's a great quarterback. So I think you take anyone from the Aaron Rodgers to the Mannings to, don't forget about Ben. Ben has performed well as well. So any one of those guys do very well.
Okay. Appreciate your time, Alistair Overeem and Herschel Walker here at the Strikeforce weigh-ins.
Godspeed and party on.